Okay? Salvation prepares us for heaven. But the baptism of the Holy Spirit prepares us for earth. That, remember, he said to him, especially Peter, don't go out of this room. Peter, don't say a word because you got a bad track record. Peter, don't talk to anybody until you receive the baptism of the Holy Spirit. Now, seriously, and again, you've heard me say this before. If Jesus placed such an emphasis with the disciples who spent 3 to 3.5 years with him, and they saw him face to face, like John says, we handled him, we knew him, we heard him. If he said, you guys are not ready, make sure you receive this promise of my Father, that equips you to bring this gospel to every nation. If he emphasized it to them, here we are 2,000 years later, and all of a sudden now it's become an official doctrine of the church. Well, some people receive it, some people don't. So then is Jesus' plan to leave some part of the church unprepared? You see where it doesn't even make sense? How, if he claims that this is the equipment that we need to fulfill his ministry on the earth, I don't think he was intended for some of the church, and at some points in history, most of the church did not operate at all in the gifts of the Spirit. There were little remnants here and there, but for the most part, the church walked away from the whole supernatural aspect of Christianity. I remember my first pastor, about a month or two after I got saved, I said to him, I'd like to sit down with you. I have some questions. Sure, of course. I went in his office. I don't remember when it was, a few days later. I don't know. And he's sitting behind my desk. I said to him, where did this all come from? I'm like, up until this point, I thought everything was about Catholicism. I said, when did this all happen? When did this all... He goes, look, let me just tell you this way. The best way I could explain it to you. We're not new on the scene. We're back on the scene. But when you start reading the book of Acts, you start realizing, oh, this is the way the church was supposed to be in the beginning. This is the way the church was supposed to be continuing up until this day.